Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Bong, 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 bong. Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You're very welcome to the Shout Out Show. And today is Tuesday, the 26th of May. The month has nearly disappeared on us, but we're still coming to you live from our tour bus with the Shout Out Show, the show that gives you the shout. If you give us a shout, we give you a shout back. We're delighted that you've all joined us, and we appreciate you sharing all our posts every day. So let's start off our Shout Out Show. We have a special guest, and today is our show is sponsored by the Toastmasters of Mullingar. That's our little giveaway. But let me see, folks, we're going to come in first and we're going to do our shout outs to all our friends who are looking in and all the friends who've sent us messages. So our first shout out goes to Darren Flynn. Darren Flynn is a Mullingar musician who's doing extremely well all over the world, and he's known as the Flynn. So a big shout out to you, the Flynn man, and your career is going from strength to strength, and regards from Mullingar in Mullingar to you. Another birthday boy we have as well. Oh yes, it's Ronan. Oh yes, it's Darren Flynn's birthday as well. So let me see, Ronan Farrell from Toyota Mullingar, it's your birthday as well. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. And let me see, we have Mags Naunton, and N-O-U-G, yeah, Mags Naunton, and she's from Little Big Town, and that's a great place for bringing your children to and entertaining them, and that's in Kilbeggan. And a big shout out to you, Mags, happy birthday. As well as that, another birthday boy we have is Ken Glynn from Expert. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. And as well as that, we have another birthday girl, a friend of mine, Breda Stockport. She has a fantastic page. It's well worth checking out. It's called Help Women Make More Money in Less Time. So she's definitely well worth checking out. She has her own page. She's called Breda Stockpool, Stockpool. And as well as that, we have a lady that we met with our tour when we were on tour in Tala, in the theatre up there, the Civic Theatre. And her name is Leslie Brand McEntee. And she's in Tala, and we're sending you out a birthday shout out from the Shout Out Show. Now let's continue. We have a young man whose birthday is today, and it comes in from his granny, and that's Lynn and grandfather Charlie, and it's Dylan Costello. Dylan Costello, you are 13 today, and your mother loves you so much. That's Estella and Dermot, your father. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Dylan. Happy birthday to you from the Shout Out Show. We've loads and loads and loads of birthday shout outs coming in. We have a musician, Christy Dunn, and he's from Edenderry, and a big shout out to you, Christy Dunn, and hope you're having a fantastic birthday. We've got fantastic weather for you. So from the Shout Out Show, wishing you a happy birthday, and belated birthday wishes to Miriam Westwood Farrell. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Miriam. And Mairead, because I called you Mairead. Did I call you Miriam? Mairead. Sorry, Mairead. Westwood Farrell, happy birthday to you. Beg your pardon. Okay, so a food shout out. We always have a food shout out on the Shout Out Show. The food shout out is to the church. All our friends down in the church restaurant. Yes, they have started their takeaway menu, and it is absolutely magnificent. So a big shout out to all our friends in the church. Check them out on their Facebook page, and you can do your takeaway with all the friends down there. Let me see, another check out here. Oh, pages to check out from the Shout Out Show. We have a page called, it's called Alan Kane. But Alan Kane is another great friend of ours here in the Shout Out Show. Achieve wellness through the knowledge of martial art. And if you check out his page, he's doing all the actions. But this man, you want to see him? doing the bottle, bringing around. He is fantastic. Worth checking out. And we're inviting him to the Shout Out Show maybe someday if he's available. And not forgetting the Yoga for Hardy Bucks. Yes, Yoga for Hardy Bucks. And big shout out to all our friends there. That's Owen Kelly. And we have Owen is coming in to see us in the next few days. So he'll be coming in through the back door. But let me see. Who have we got? We've got the Hardy Bucks again. And the Hardy Bucks are... they're fantastic. So check that man out. Check his page out. It's well worth looking. Congratulations to my good friend Ray Gagan. And Ray is 20 years coaching grassroots football here in Mullingar. So big shout out to you from the Shout Out Show, Ray Gagan. And another shout out that was sent to us yesterday, just came in a little bit late, to all Liz Duffy O'Neill. Hello, Liz Duffy O'Neill and your friends in Cullion-Beg. Cullion-Beg is just a townland around here, Mullingar. So a big shout out to all our friends in Cullion-Beg from Liz Duffy O'Neill. Let's continue. We have Benny Carmichael McGlynn. That's a huge handle. And she's looking in from Roscommon. So a big shout out to all our friends in Roscommon. And another big birthday wish coming in here from Martin Fitzpatrick in Carlow. Hello, Martin, how are you? We met you down there with our show not too long ago. And we're saying a big shout out to Claire. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Claire. Happy birthday to you. And not forgetting, we have Ray Matthews, who'd like a big shout out to his wife, Mags. And Ray just wants to say to you, Mags, he loves you very, very much. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. It's not her birthday, but Ray sends his love to you, Mags. So, ladies and gentlemen, will you please put your hands together for our special guest. He comes in from the Toastmasters. He has been involved with the Toastmasters many years. He's born, bred and reared in Mullingar. Will you please put your hands together for Pat Kenny? Come through the door, Pat Kenny. Hello.
Great to be here on the Shout Out Show with the sweetest rock and roller in Mullingar right now, who's doing an absolutely superb job at selling the Mullingar brand.
Good
and
man.
He's given us all so much hope with his music,
Yep.
his positive energy, vibration, and that high frequency. He's just blowing everybody away.
Appreciate
and we're
it.
so delighted to be here with him on the Shout Out Show today.
Excellent.
With everybody.
Brilliant. Come here. Where are you from yourself, Pat?
Well, actually, originally you said I was from Mullingar,
Yeah.
but I'm actually from Castlebar.
Right.
Originally, we moved here in 1964.
Right.
And yeah, that's where I'm from originally. And yeah, we moved here in 1964. And the story about my sisters actually met
Yeah.
Joe Dolan and Ben
Yeah.
when they were in the convent down in Castlebar.
Right.
And this was just after Joe's very first hit, Make Me an Island.
Wow.
Okay? So they got the word that Joe and the Drifters were coming to the Traveller's Friend in Castlebar. Now, they were in boarding school, right?
All right.
And so...
This is an unusual thing. I think.
Oh, yeah.
When you think back about that now,
Yeah. So they weren't allowed out.
Right.
But a group of girls, along with my sisters, right, they sneaked out of the boarding school.
Right.
And they made their way down to the Traveller's Friend.
Yeah.
And they got to meet Joe and Ben. And, of course, they were awestruck. Like, it was like meeting Elvis, right? And my sister only told me about this at Christmas time because we're down in the Traveller's Friend, right?
Yeah.
And Joe and Ben, my sister said, they were so kind to them and they were so nice to them. And, you know, they were just awestruck. But they said to them, look, now, girls, you better be getting back to the convent because you're kind of underage and you're not supposed to be here.
Yeah.
But anyways, they got back to the convent again. The nuns never heard a word about it, but they always remember it. And, yeah, it's a good story.
Absolutely magnificent. Now, you're here with the Toastmasters. That's what...
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about the Toastmasters. What do the Toastmasters do? And
Okay.
how long are they running here in Mullingar?
Okay, well, they're running here now for 23 years, and they were started by a lady called Carol White, Eamon Rattigan, and Breege Hines
In Mullingar?
in Mullingar, and
Wow.
they were former members of the Athlone Toastmasters. So that's how Athlone Club is actually the parent club of Mullingar.
Okay, yeah.
So they started the club here in 1997, along with others like Bernie Comiskey.
Yeah.
and Whitelaw, Paddy Whitelaw.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they started the club originally, and I had been a previous member of the Fermoy Club, and I always said if Toastmasters ever came to Mullingar, I'd probably go and join.
Fermoy, that's a good bit for Mullingar.
Yeah, I was working down there.
Right.
I was doing farm management thing down there for a year, so I was down there, and so it started here in 1997.
Okay.
And it's gone from strength to strength. We're 23 years on the go now. We had our 20th anniversary there in 2017.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. I
Right.
was the vice president of education at the time. That means you kind of schedule all the...
I think this around here. Yeah.
At
Excellent.
times you schedule all the meetings and the speeches.
Mm-hmm.
So my president came to me and she said, I want you to do something wow for the 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, well, hold on. I said, the impossible I can do right away, but miracles, they take a little longer, right? So anyways, I said, well, let's not go looking for diamonds far away because
Right.
we've got them right here under our own soil. So why don't we invite the show bands to come to our 20th anniversary?
Wow.
And everybody said, hey, that sounds like a great idea. Because we have Ben,
Yeah.
Tommy and Jimmy Swarbrick, Mick Foster and Tom Allen. Now, Mick and Tom couldn't come because they were doing a gig in Edinburgh.
Right.
But Ben came
Yeah.
and Tommy and Jimmy Swarbrick. And it was our 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
And Toastmasters, kind of on behalf of the people of Mullingar,
Yeah.
made an award to Ben, to Tommy, and to Jimmy
Yeah.
for their outstanding contribution to the history of music in Mullingar, and we thank them for being awesome
Yeah.
and helping to make Mullingar great. And we gave them a lovely award that night. And here's the thing. One of the things we said to them, because Toastmasters exists for over almost 100 years now.
Go away.
But in 1970, now you're going to like this, one Elvis Presley was awarded the Young Man of the Year of Award. But even though Toastmasters was in existence for almost 90 years, Elvis never received an award,
Yeah.
to our knowledge, from Toastmasters International. But here we were in Mullingar, and we had the global president, Ted Corcoran, and he was the only Irish guy ever to be the president of Toastmasters Global.
Okay.
And he was there in the audience. And we made this presentation to Tommy and Jimmy and to Ben.
Yeah.
And, you know, they were really chuffed that they had this award and thinking, oh, well, no, we got something that Elvis never got.
Tell me, where was it held, or where
It
is
was
it held?
held in the Greville Arms, and they've been taking care of us really good
Yeah.
for the last 20 years. Christy May, John Corcoran, Paul, Declan, all the girls and gals down there, they have been taking care of us so well for the last 20 years, or 23 years. And actually Christy came to it. And, you know, he came up to us afterwards. You know, we were there for 20 years. And he came up to the president afterwards and he said, hey, I never knew you guys were that good. And I says to him, yeah, well, we're coming here for 20 years. You should know by now, you know.
So Christy turned up, and
Yeah,
as well
Christy
as
turned up, and we had celebrities. You know, I said around the room, you know, we had so many celebrities there that night. I said, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Dickie Rock in the audience.
tell me a question. What about, how do I join the Toastmasters?
Okay, so normally you turn up at a meeting.
Okay.
And that's the most difficult part most people have. Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to be surprised at this because you're in show business.
Yeah.
And it's not a problem you have. But believe it or not, there is research that's out there that shows that up to 80% of the entire adult population has some fear, or a fear of speaking in front of an audience.
Right.
And this is where Toastmasters come in, where you join a club, and it's not like a classroom, it's actually a workshop.
Right.
And that is, everybody is a teacher and everybody is a student. And you learn the skills of public speaking. And that is speaking in front of an audience. And here's the thing, you'll always have a positive, supportive, and an audience that's rooting for you.
Exactly,
Even
yeah.
if you fall flat in your face.
Yeah.
So, you know, some people come in and they're here the first time and say, hey, have I just walked into an applause cult? You know?
Tell me, you went to it. Did you? You have no problem chatting, but
Yeah.
what was you could say your Achilles heel?
Well, I went to it because here's where I came from. I came from Marker and Ferma,
Right.
Down in Fermoy, and
Yeah.
we were doing panel speaking one night.
Yeah.
And we were in a competition. And
Yeah.
this guy came from Fermoy Toastmasters, and he just blew us away.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, I've got to get some of your ammunition.
Yeah.
When he said, oh, well, come on to the Toastmasters Club in Fermoy.
Yeah.
So next week I go, and that's how I joined.
And tell us, you had a big celebration recently. A lot of people won this huge competition.
I really want to mention that.
Yeah,
I'll get in serious trouble if I don't mention that. Yeah, we were in the district final of the British Isles. That's Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales. And we had two contestants from Mullingar, Brian McLaughlin, who was in the humorous speech contest, and Lorraine Murphy, who was in the table topics contest. Right. And it is a great achievement to get to the district final because that is the best in Ireland and England. And they got to the final and they performed. They were awesome. And, you know, as I think, you know, it's a little bit like the Eurovision. You never know who's going to win.
Yeah.
But they were absolutely brilliant.
How many people are in the Toastmasters in Ireland? Would you know?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. But I can tell you, globally, there's about 360,000.
God.
We have over 16,000 clubs all over the world. So anybody watching this, if you want to join a Toastmasters club, you can actually Google it, and there's probably one very close to you.
Brilliant.
Now, we have people coming to us. We might have a guy who's coming, I have to be best man at a wedding in 3 months' time, and I'm scared out of my wits because I'm not used to doing public speaking.
Yeah.
And so they would come and they'd dry run their speech.
Yeah.
We could have father of the bride. We could have a teacher, let's say, who's saying, I'm great now in front of an audience of 20 students, but hey, get me talking to 50 parents, and that's a different story. So we have all types of people come to us. With politicians have been with us, and some of our past members in Ireland is Gay Byrne.
Go away.
Yes, was a former member of Toastmasters. And here's another thing, right?
Yeah.
A person, Bill Clinton.
Go away.
So all of these power speakers that have really made it were members of Toastmasters, and many of them learned their graft in Toastmasters, right? And with many politicians in Dáil, I'm not going to mention any names because I don't want to be seen to be, we're non-political. Mm-hmm. So, so there's all walks of life. We have doctors, lawyers, fitters, mechanics, farmers, nurses, anyone.
So
anyone is welcome to come.
So when is the next one, if we want to get to it?
Well, actually, the next one is on Thursday night, but it's all on Zoom right now. We all have to, but you can join in because we're going to put the link up on Facebook.
Okay.
I hope they can all handle it now, tech supported after talking to you, right? So we'll have, we join us on Zoom.
Yeah.
And that's kind of,
So if someone is looking for it, to go and look for Mullingar
Facebook page, we're going to put the link up pretty soon.
Put the link up there, and then they can go onto that.
And they come as a guest. They come as a guest and see what it's like.
Brilliant. Well, that's absolutely super.
Yeah.
Well, look, thanks a million for coming on board.
Yeah,
we
sure.
appreciate you being our special guest here on the Shout Out Show.
I just want to thank the members of the committee, especially our president, Anne Drury, our vice president of education, and all the members of the committee.
She's looking in.
Okay, right. Well, it's lucky I mentioned her, right? I'd be
Annie
in serious
Drury.
trouble.
Is it Annie Drury?
I'd be in serious trouble if I didn't mention her name. I can tell you, I'd be finished, right?
Okay.
But all the members of the committee, Daniel Lynham, Joshua Yoon, Margaret Healy, past president Anke von Bonne. Did I leave out anybody?
God. Not to worry. If we get them later on, we can stick them in.
Did I leave out anybody? I hope I didn't.
One question for you. What is your business, or what do you do yourself?
Well, I'm kind of farming, but I'm kind of a silent partner now with a lot of say. So I've delegated most of it out, and I have got a great partner that's taking care of my business. I did it for 40 years.
Wow.
And I'm taking a little step back now and doing other things.
So you're farming. Were you milking cattle or doing beef or what?
Well, we were milking cows, yeah.
Wow.
So I want to have a big shout out for all the farmers as well.
Yeah.
By the way, because there's no lockdown with farmers.
No.
They are still working, supplying the food that we all have. And Lakelands are producing the products that go all over the world. We have our milk goes to Lakelands, made into 80 different products, goes to 170 different countries all over the world. Really big. It's the second biggest processor now in Ireland. And here's the thing, it's farmer owned.
Lakeland is in Cavan, is it?
Lakeland, there's branches.
No, but where's their business? Is it
Bailiaborough,
yeah, Bailiaborough.
Killishandra.
Yeah.
They've got businesses up the north. Now, they've got quite a few different places.
So everyone talks about, as I said, cocooning, but you
The
could
farmers
nearly...
are not cocooning.
They have been naturally cocooning.
Yeah, well, they're out doing the work the same as normal. They have to, because the farming never sleeps, pal. You know that movie, huh? Michael Douglas, Money Never Sleeps. Farmers never sleep, right?
Look, it's a privilege, and I'm delighted that you came.
Thank you very much for having me, and it's a pleasure and honour and a delight to be here with you, the man who's really selling brand Mullingar. And I hope all the politicians are listening and watching, because you are doing a tremendous job for Mullingar, Ray. And I hope everybody appreciates what you're doing.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Well, there you are, folks. We're talking to our good friend Pat. As I said, Pat is coming in with us, and it's great to have him on board the bus. It's getting extremely hot in the bus. Pat Kenny, as I said, all his friends are looking in, so we better just say hello to all who's looking in here as well, Pat. Maria Costello is saying hello. Anne Drury, he's on fire.
Well, I'm pretty much on this sweatshop right now.
We're opening the roof anyway. Let's get back to all your friends. Okay, so
right.
we got, and Anne Drury says Josbua, whatever that one is. Anne Drury, yeah. She must be saying it. Sean Breen is coming in from Australia, and you mentioned Dickie Rock.
Is he watching as well?
He's watching from Australia.
Oh, why? Hi, Dickie. Hi, Dickie. I have a story about you as well.
And Sean Breen is watching in, and Jeffrey's coming in here from Cullybackey in the north of Ireland. Mary Cross is on board the bus with us as well. Catherine Davis is from Sydney Toastmasters.
Hi, fellow Toastmaster.
Brilliant.
You got to meet us tonight on Zoom on Thursday night.
Yeah, good idea. Catherine Davis is coming in there. Catherine Davis. Sean Breen says, I went to school with one of the Whitelaws. That's he's connecting. Sean is in Australia for many, many years, and we're actually sending him back sort of information of the town, and he's reconnecting through our Facebook page, which is an honour. Let me see, Catherine Davis, she's very busy here. We have Val Jordan says, hi Ray. Catherine Davis is there. Paul Fagan is looking in. David Collins is looking in. Please say hi to Leka Rooney in Australia. We really love your show. Wow, thanks David, appreciate that. Bridget Coleman says hello. Kitty Ann Maguire. Timmy Kyogan is coming in. Hi, greetings and friends and family in Mullingar. Do you know Timmy?
Yeah.
He's living in America now.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
And doing a great job. Okay, Timmy, we're saying hello to you from here. And Siobhan Duffy's coming in from Dundalk. Sorry I missed the bus for the past couple of days. That's the bus session. That's Siobhan, but she's usually out playing golf at this time. Oh, yeah. Sean Goulding is saying, hi Ray, great weather. It's superb. Let me see, we have Sharon Freegrove. Good afternoon, Ray. Shout out to Geraldine Lynn and Marie Claffey in Road, and Sheila Kern in Killucan, and Denise Murray in Colstown, and Deirdre Kane Daly in Kinnegad. And thanks Ray. Have a fabulous day. Fair play to you, Sharon, and thanks for sending us in a message. Penny is coming in here from New York. She's a nurse. She's on the front line. Bridget Coleman says hello. Margaret Murtha says hello. Karina Ball is coming in from Holland. Who have we got here? Colette Larkin is a beautiful day. Another beautiful day in Mullingar. Look, guys, thanks very much for looking in. From myself and Pat, okay. God bless.
Have a great day, and keep watching Ray. He's doing a great job.
Goodbye now.